Collective reading. So before I start, I just wanted to say thank you so much to those that were able to drop by at the pop-up event earlier today. I really appreciate, you guys taking the time to go there and have a reading. Um, I hope to do that again soon, and I think there might be another one scheduled around May, maybe. But I will share about that, and I hope I was able to read for everybody that came that wanted to get a reading with me. I think there was one person, that person bought a set of my spell jars and had wanted a reading with me, but I don't think was able to get a reading with me. So please DM me if that is you. um, just send me a DM, okay? So here is a reading about a King of Cups. King of Cups, King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Now, this is masculine king energy. And Three of Cups, Three of Cups. I'm going to say that this is probably a king masculine that is really considering something here. It feels like they are really considering to take action on some kind of plan. It feels like they may be wanting to come together with someone. There's a sense of wanting to partake in something here. And it's really heavy consideration for whatever this is. Now, I feel like this king, they know very well what the situation is, how they feel about it. They probably also know what they really want to do here and potentially what is going to be the best thing for them. Okay, but I'm going to say that this is a king that potentially has a tendency to overthink, especially when it comes to their emotions, their feelings. And so you'll find that this is probably a king that when it comes to this kind of thing, they usually choose the wrong path. They don't go in the right direction, even though they really do know what they want and how they feel. Now, again, with this King of Cups, I feel like there's a serious consideration of moving on from something, leaving something behind, putting an end to something. Like they're really seriously considering this. It's such a strong energy of, I am really, really thinking about this, right? Again, Death card in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse. I mean, heavy consideration for potentially an end to something for this king. But let's clarify. Let's clarify a little more. Practical tarot reading course details will be shared in a day or two. Okay, so for those that are interested, please check that out. And then you can also DM me if you're interested. That is happening toward the end of March. And it is going to be in person, in depth, in person tarot course. Okay. 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 So, again, this is somebody that, I feel like whatever this is that they want to come together with, they have been cut off from this. It could be their own doing. It could be on the other end of it, like that is the instigator of the blocking off or cutting off of this situation. I feel like it's only a matter of time though, because this is somebody that has been considering the situation for quite a long time. And it's one of those things where it's about damn time, right? It feels like that. They're getting such strong notions, like such strong signs, synchronicities, reminders about this situation that they're not going to really be able to run away from this. They can't ignore it anymore. They're going to have to do something about this. I feel like, though, that this is somebody that has tried to avoid facing this situation, resolving it. They have really tried to just pretend it wasn't a concern. It wasn't anything they needed to do anything about. But I think they're at their end point here where they can't ignore this. And again, I do feel that they are on the verge of really doing something here. So it's a very serious consideration for something. Again, Death card, Ten of Swords in reverse. I mean, when we are already in this place, in our life where we know that we probably need to potentially put an end to something, we can try to delay, try to kind of push back on that. But for how long and for what reason do we push back on things that need to end? Okay. I think it's time for this king to finally work on something that they have actually been devastated about. It's time for them to put effort towards something that I feel like this is a king that is really brokenhearted about a situation, and you shouldn't be tormenting yourself like this anymore. You really should do something about the situation, because it's a lot of grief. It's a lot of grief, a lot of hardship, and a lot of pain in the heart, and oof, it's heavy. It's crazy though, right? It's I feel like this king feels like it's so crazy for me to feel this way about a situation, to imagine some kind of dream scenario that seems kind of impossible to happen. But then why are you constantly reminded about it? Now, I'm not saying that this is pursued and you actually get what you want, but there's definitely something that's going to be gained from doing something about this. And there usually is. It could be the ending you want. It could be the outcome you want. It could be a lesson you needed to learn. It could be an experience you needed to have. But there's definitely something about needing to face this and do something about it. And I think this king probably puts this off because I think they want a certain outcome. And they're probably afraid that it won't be the outcome they want, right? That it might be a lesson. It might be, like I said, maybe an experience, but not necessarily with the outcome they want. So I feel like there's an avoidance here. It's one of those things where it's like it's better not to know. At least I think this is what this king thinks and feels. Like it's better not to know if this was actually going to be something, because then at least in their mind they can continue to imagine that it would have been, right? So I guess that's what that really is. And I feel like the guidance is also saying that you can only do so much, I don't know, thinking about this. You can only do so much contemplating, thinking. You need to really, there's a need to be honest here about feelings, desires, intentions. I do feel it has to do with love. I do feel that this is a king. I think I'm gonna say something here, specific. So I think this is a king that has actually in their head imagined a scenario of either spending a life with whoever this is. They could have, oh my God, I'm hearing that this is a person that has already chosen a wedding song. What do you call that? Like a wedding song, like for when the bride enters, and also for the first dance. I feel like this king has a song for that. That is so sweet. Okay. That's quite specific. So this is a king. This is not a king that is, they're in love. They're in love. They're in love with someone here, afraid to take the chance that the dream that they're imagining could be a reality, or probably that it wouldn't be a reality. I mean, it's time to step up. I feel like it's time to step up. It's kind of time to tough it out, brave it out, step up, do what you need to do here. It's time to take action. It's time to get the answers you need, right? So stop avoiding taking action towards this, because it's time for you to know whether the dream, the scenarios you've played in your head where there's an actual potential for it. It's time to know this, because you can keep believing that there's nothing that you need to do about this, and so that way you can kind of preserve the dream in your head. You can keep doing that, but for how long? And you know, not trying is also kind of, in a sense, having failed at something, because you didn't give it the effort when it's obvious that that's what you want to do, right? You won't get the answers that you need, and you won't get to know if you'll have the result that you want if you don't try. So that's what I'm getting for this. It's interesting. Gemini, or Aries, Taurus. Let's get some dice. Scorpio, and the number 8. Right, 8 could be significant. And then let's get some letters. Ooh. Ooh. Got a letter B. Okay, B, U, Y. Oh, that spells bye. I don't know. I, and F. Okay, could be anything. I leave it up to you guys. And this is what I have.